Hey, what's up guys? I'm C-Love. In my last video, I used a pile of literal firewood to make these awesome cedar patio tables for my great buddy Michael who runs the car wash close to where I live. These turned out much better than I expected and we were both totally thrilled. Right now, it's time to power up Mom's planting area for her garden. You can see it's in pretty severe disrepair and needs some attention, so I'm going to use 100% pallet wood to make her a new planting station. This is my first pallet wood build and absolutely will not be the last. I would encourage anyone watching right now to, at some point, take the time to make yourself something out of a pallet. This was tremendously rewarding and I'm going to show you how I did it. Come on, let's take a look. I'll use just under a minute breaking down these 3 pallets to emphasize how surprised I was by this build. You can see they are covered in concrete and drywall mud and breaking apart into pieces as I'm dismantling each pallet. At this stage, I'm not at all certain I'll be able to make anything worth using, much less be able to make a video worth sharing what I've created to help inspire new pallet wood inventions. I'm getting a lot of pieces that feel like scrap and I'm having a hard time continuing on, but I'm full of optimism and confident I can come up with something good. Mom is buzzing around taking the nails out of each board for me, wondering what we are going to make with this garbage. I've got a glorious surprise for her as she doesn't know what we are building yet. I'm almost done for the afternoon, so I'll take a break and venture on down to the 7th tee and hit a 3-iron about 170 yards and land it this close to the hole. And yes, I did make a birdie. Up next is cleaning all my boards off. This gives me the chance to put the ever-present clips of me sanding my stuff down in here. This is especially necessary in this case because I don't want to jam up my table saw with all that industrial waste. Make sure and wear your earplugs and a dust mask while doing this step. At the top right there, I'm putting the perimeter and support braces together for the top surface. The perimeter is made with 2 pieces of wood each that are 40 inches and 24 inches in length, 3 inches tall, and a ½ inch wide. The support braces are 2.5 inches tall and 39 inches in length. These pieces running through the middle are varying widths, but all 23 inches in length and a ½ inch thick. I'll use the 18 gauge brad nailer to secure everything together. I started to use glue as well, but I didn't think this was necessary. We'll see how this holds up in the long run, and I'll make sure to provide an update in a future video. After this, I'll take a little bit and sand everything down again to make it look and feel a little better. This top is pretty solid and I'm really starting to gain some confidence. Next is securing the legs with some 1 3/4 inch screws, making sure to pre-drill the holes first. I want the legs to have more support than the brad nails, so by the time I attach the bottom shelf too, this will be much more than enough support to hold everything together. Mom can't wait to use her new planting station, so while I'm making the cuts for this bottom shelf, she's going to go ahead and see if this baby is going to work for her. But I'm already done making the cuts, so I'm going to go ahead and take over again. I don't have long because Mom is already all in.
Sure glad Mom's here to help me.
She's going to make sure that she is in this video and that it's assembled correctly, in that order. I've always told her she's a natural woodworker, but she's never seemed to believe me. The bottom shelf is a different style than the top, so a second set of hands was a must. The frame for the bottom shelf uses pieces that are all 2 inches tall. The outside pieces are 36 inches long, and all the pieces running through the middle are 23. The pieces for the deck are all 3 1/8 inch wide except for one, and they fit in there exactly like I wanted them to. I must have messed up somewhere along the way.
Oh, piss.
But I'm sure I fixed it before I finished. A million brad nails later, I'll dial in the security camera and leave the timestamp on there so you can see when I was actually working on this. A little more sanding and we are getting close to calling it done. But I've already sanded something in this video, so I'll go ahead and get everything moved back into place so I can switch back to recording on the iPhone. After I flipped my station over, I measured from the bottom 8 inches and then used these super handy Irwin clamps to hold my shelf in place while I secured everything together. I don't know how many kilograms of stuff my mom already has planned for here, but I think 2 screws in the bottom of each leg should be enough. I'm not going to add any stain or seal to this because it's treated wood already, and honestly I'd like to leave some pallet wood character on there. After I finish this project, my very longtime great friend Johnny created this slick 3D CAD drawing of what I just created. It's pretty spot on and he gave me a great video to drop in here too. Make sure and tell Johnny thank you down in the comments section. You may have noticed already, but I made a huge mess during this project. I used some scrap and made a trellis for one of my mom's plants, and before I knew it, there was a second one. After I got everything set up, I had my first visitor and the first for my channel. Gotta love the dragonfly. So we went from this to this and now this, all for the cost of free pallet wood. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Happy birthday today if you've got one of those. Come back and see me.